All rise. Please be seated. All right. Good evening, everybody. We are in the fifth day of case number ZG416525118 in the child abuse and neglect trial, State of Florida versus Sonia Hoffman Clementine. Today is Monday, the 27th of November 2023. Tonight, we have 4 witnesses who are willing to testify. Evan Baker, his girlfriend, Daria Harvey, Igor Ben Hauser, and his girlfriend, Victoria Hoffman, are planning to testify against the defendant. We will begin with Evan. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your name?
Evan William Baker.
Okay. You may be seated. Evan, can you please tell the date when you first joined YouTube?
I first created my YouTube account on June 4, 2021.
Evan, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on March 12, 2005, and I am currently 18 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what the defendant has done on the videos you have posted on your YouTube channel?
Well, the first time she has become a hypocrite is June 14, 2021. When I gave Kylan a red card for causing trouble in the past, Mrs. Clementine said that she has double the time of her suspension all because Kylan said a curse word, yet Mrs. Clementine said curse words to at least 5 other students who also got bad cards. She also swore in my video where my troublemakers disrespected our new teens. She also calls a lot of my students the N-word every single day. Every time students showed up to her office, she would always tell them why the F were they there, and why the F were they crying like babies. And then when they all failed summer school, she would always tell them, okay students, stop effing crying like babies. She called Kylan and her friend stupid, and she would always spank and hit her students. And also, on the day she got fired, she said the F word at least 27 times, called 3 students ugly sluts, called them yucky and disgusting cowards, and called the students hypocrites, yet she is a hypocrite herself. And when she tells her students to stop swearing, she swears herself, which obviously proves she is a hypocrite. I cannot stand this woman abusing students every single day. This woman doesn't do anything but abuse students and not care about their safety and comfort. This behavior is beyond ridiculous.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
Well, since I'm seeking the death penalty on my channel, there's no doubt that I believe that she should be sentenced to death for sure. I cannot stand her selfish behavior towards students, and with that being said, she deserves to die for her crimes. That is all.
Evan, thank you for the testimony. Now, Evan's girlfriend, Daria Harvey, will give her testimony. May you please come up to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you please state your name?
Daria Harvey.
Okay. Please be seated. Derek, can you please tell the date when you first started dating your boyfriend Evan?
Evan and I started dating on Tuesday, October 8, 2019.
Derek, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on April 9, 2004, and I am currently 19 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
When I first saw the videos on Igor Ben Hauser's channel, of Mrs. Clementine swearing at her students, telling them to stop crying like babies, forcing them to stay for several hours in a juvenile detention room, telling them she won't let them escape because she wants to discipline them, telling them they won't find the key to the safe, and saying that she is done with her students getting sent to the juvenile detention room. Additionally, I was shocked to find out the punishments she gave the students, including them being forced to have 4 meals a day, especially the disciplinary dessert, forcing them to drink extremely hot and spicy milkshakes, and forcing them to gulp them down no matter what, forcing them to take freezing cold showers and not caring if they get hypothermia or freeze to death, forcing them to wear wrist, stomach, and ankle monitors that they cannot remove from themselves when they are participating in juvenile detention. And the worst part of it all, I am very disgusted by the way she would not let her students use the bathroom for any reason under any circumstances, and telling them to hold their bladders in if they are full, and threaten to punch them in the face and spank them in the butt if they pee or poop on the floor. This treatment of these students is absolutely disgusting and unacceptable. Do not give this woman the opportunity to step foot into another school ever again, since she will abuse more students at any other school.
Derek, thank you. Now we are going to hear from the creator of the 2023 Summer School Series, Igor Ben Hauser, who is also the new principal at Ghost City Academy. May you please come up to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your name?
Igor Ben Hauser.
Okay. Please be seated. Igor, can you please tell the date when you first joined YouTube?
I first joined YouTube on July 6, 2022.
Okay. Can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on August 1, 2007, and I am currently 16 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what the defendant has done on the videos you have posted on your YouTube channel?
Well, on the first video of her on my channel, she fired one of the teachers for spanking Dora for washing her hands in the water fountain, but then he was rehired because she is in favor of child abuse. Then on June 28, 2023, she made the summer school students stay in the classroom for 10 hours, and then on July 5, 2023, she created the juvenile detention room and forced them to stay there for several hours a day. It wasn't until July 19, 2023, when 9 students twerked to Anaconda by Nicki Minaj, she was so infuriated with what they did, that she decided to give the students juvenile detention for 24 hours, and 72 hours on the weekend, and on the last day of summer school, she forced them to stay in juvenile detention for 237 hours, which is 9.5 days, and called their parents and made them tell the students to shut the F up and stay with Mrs. Clementine in juvenile detention. Finally, on the day that the students got their first 24-hour juvenile detention, Dr. Keating had called me and asked me to take over as the principal since Mrs. Clementine was being so abusive towards her students, and I accepted it. After she was taken into custody, me and Dr. Keating laughed at her as she was crying and led into the police car, and I told her good riddance, and called her an entitled Karen. I have been much nicer than her, as I only give out 45-minute detentions, but in cases of extreme troublemakers, they will only have a 4-day suspension.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
After what she did to these innocent 24 students, there is no doubt that I want her to be put on death row. I can't stand her being so abusive and negligent towards everyone. That is all.
Thank you, Igor. We will now hear from our final witness, Igor's girlfriend, Daria Hoffman, who will give her testimony. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your name?
Victoria Rose Hoffman.
Okay. Please be seated. Victoria, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on February 7, 2007, and I am currently 16 years old.
And can you please tell the date when you first started dating your boyfriend Igor?
Igor and I started dating on Sunday, July 2nd, 2023.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
Well, since I first saw Igor's videos of Mrs. Clementine being abusive towards her students, I really thought that she was being very rude and condescending towards these students. The fact that she has forced them to drink spicier milkshakes, forced them to take freezing cold showers, and not letting them use the bathroom even if their bladders are full. I became very disgusted by what she has done to these poor young people. And when I saw the video of them beating her up for being so abusive, I really thought that she deserved to be beaten up. It doesn't matter if they were misbehaving or not. She does not have the right to treat these people like crap. At one point, I wanted to call the cops on her for her behavior, her constant swearing, and disgusting behaviors towards these students. This behavior isn't acceptable and she needs to pay for what she has done.
Just a quick question before you go back. What punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
Based on this unacceptable behavior and attitude, I would like you to sentence her to death. If she receives life in prison, there is a good chance she would try to seek parole. It is not okay and she deserves to die. That is all.
All right. We've concluded the 5th day of the trial. We will resume tomorrow, when Igor Ben Hauser, his girlfriend Grace Anderson, and her brother Jake, will testify against the defendant. Prosecutors, please bring her back to jail. Court is now dismissed.